Yeah, I hope you had a good time.
Harish, your voice?
Does anybody? Yeah, my
Yeah,
voice.
yeah, all good, all good.
Okay, okay. Like if anyone wants to share how it all went, they can unmute themselves and say. Since we weren't really bugging your rooms, it was completely private. No, okay. I hope it all went good. Hope you guys did the activity and got the most out of it.
Yeah. So, am I audible?
Yep.
Yeah. So, I'll walk you through very briefly about what the questions were, all the three questions, and some of the possible solutions, and why a given solution is better than the other solution, so that you all can have a retrospection of what went good, what could have been better.
If
The
someone
first,
didn't, okay, yeah, go ahead, sorry, sir.
the first question was about string rotation. Write a function that takes in two string inputs and returns true if they are a rotation of each other. By rotation, you mean by moving the characters of the string in a cyclic order, you get that. It's not about randomly jumbling it, it's about moving it in a cyclic order. So ABCD and BCDA are cyclic strings, but if you put BACD, it is not a cyclic string. Am I right? Is that how it is? Yeah, that's how it is. Yeah. Zigzag array. This is something which is unusual problem. We usually get a problem to sort an array. This is a weird kind of sort where you have to sort in such a way that A is less than B, then greater than C. Like every alternate elements, the sign of sorting changes. This was one of the problems. And the third was you are given an array and then you were to display if an array contains at least one Pythagoras triplet. A Pythagoras triplet are a group of three numbers which satisfy the condition a square plus b square equal to c square. So if there are at least one set which satisfies this condition, it is said to be a Pythagorean triplet. Does any of you want to share experience of doing any of the three questions?
Even your solution, the way you came up with it,
Or what were some of the blockages you felt?
yeah. All, okay.
No one?
Yeah. Can I at least get something in the chat? Like, how was your experience being an interviewer? I don't think this is something which everyone would be doing daily. Like, I'll get a chance to do daily, maybe. Okay. Yeah, I will move it.
So with that, as all of you had questions, had option to play one time as an interviewer, one time as an interviewee. So you got experience of two questions of the three questions that we had in set. There's one more question which each group will have missed because there were total three questions and each group did two questions. So the other question you can go ahead and try it out in the slides that is mailed to you, or you can see the slides from the link that is shared by Harish in the chat, any of the two. And I suppose you all had a fantastic time. So let us try to have a retrospection of what all we did today. So very few points summarizing the entire session is it's good to ask questions. As from the very beginning we are repeating it, it means it's important. It's good to ask questions. Second, plan everything before starting to code, and at the end of it explain, because this is not an online test where you give an input, you get the output. The interviewer has to understand why your code does something, and usually in an interview we do not have a laptop or a desktop setup. It is usually pen, paper, or whiteboard. So explaining what does what is important. To have a mini quiz without any competition, there is a mini quiz which you all can attempt. It's MLH local.host/quiz. It summarizes all the learnings that we had today. It's a fun activity. Go ahead and participate in that, and you will be having a fantastic time in that. It is really simple and it's fun. So what after this? Because it's not that you attend one activity and you become pro at everything. So it's always a continuous journey. So what after this? Yeah. So uh, this mail has been already sent to you. All the participants have got the mail of the quiz of the slides, which has all the links that is being used by us. So go check it out. Uh, the second link, mlhlocal.host/interview cake, that is a really cool platform which can help you get prepared for technical interviews. Using your institute's mail address, if you sign up to interview cake and verify yourself, you will get 30 days of full free plan, which is fantastic. The kind of problems and the kind of activities that they have will prepare you for almost all the interviews that you are going to have. And not just that, MLH also has its own career lab. They usually have a career fest almost annually. Last time in Feb, they hosted a career lab wherein they partnered students with companies. Few of them got placed at really good companies like Microsoft. So go check out the link and sign up so as to stay updated. And that is pretty much it from our end. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to ask us. We'll be staying on the call for the next few minutes. Hope you all had a very fantastic time. Stay safe and take care. And if you have any concerns or any queries, reach out to us. If you want to stay connected with us, you can join our Slack community. Harish can send the link over in the chat so that we
Yep.
stay connected.
Can you also show us them the additional set of problems that they could try?
Yeah, if you all want some additional set of problems that can be tried, I'll show you few of them so that we can have some fun. One of them is, this is similar, not the same, this is similar to the string rotation problem. So given two input strings, uh, you have to find if string A and string B, the two input strings are anagrams of each other. By anagram, it means that one can be formed by jumbling the words of the other, jumbling the characters of the other. So both the strings can be formed by jumbling of the character of each other. So that's what an anagram is. This is the second one is a simple problem, but still it's always good to try problems. As you keep practicing, you will have better knowledge. This is a very simple problem to count the number of vowels in a given string input. And then this is, I suppose, a lot of you have done. For those of you who have not done, check out this problem. It's simple, good, at has a good learning curve to take an input, a string, and return if a string is a palindrome. So a palindrome is a string which, if read from left to right or right to left, it reads out the same. This problem 4 is an adaptation of a problem which has been asked in a lot of interviews and online tests, is to check if given a mathematical expression, which we usually write on a pen paper, if we somehow feed it into text, into the laptop or the program, to check if it is valid. So like, is there any closing bracket left, any opening bracket left out? It's an adaptation of another program, another algorithm of postfix and prefix operators, which includes even plus, minus, and all the operators as well. You can check that out, but postfix and prefix operators. So that is something that is asked in a lot of interviews that I personally know. So check that out. And once again, I mentioned learning never ends on this particular day. Learning never ends. So always look out for opportunities, keep improving yourself, keep practicing, and that's the best way to actually learn.
Yeah, we hope you got something useful. Like many of you would have been confusing, like where to even start. Like there is no really the right way to start. You just start somewhere and work your way towards what your goal is. So I hope this session really helped you to get started off with something at least. So I really want to wish you all the best for the interview or any other job which you're trying to practice for, and wish you all good luck. Thanks for attending the session.
Thanks, everyone. We'll stay for one more minute on the call and then we'll stop. Take care.
Yeah, if you have any questions, you could ask, unmute yourself and ask, or type in the chat. Um, yeah. Thanks for your lovely feedbacks.
Okay, wait, I just have one small question. How
Yeah.
important or how important of a role does your resume play in an interview? Or does it even matter much?
Okay, so your resume is usually okay. There are multiple uh, aspects of how a resume plays a role in the interview. The first is
Okay,
when the interview starts, it usually starts with a basic question of what you do and what you don't do, or give an introduction about yourself. So, or there some usually ask something about they see something from your resume and they start off from that. They see a project, they start asking about it, or they see your active your extracurriculars, they start asking about it. So that the initial time of the interview, it plays the role of an icebreaker. Second, in
oh,
all interviews, they'll go through your resume, especially the part of your projects. So they will go through that. So many a times, a lot of interviews happen in which you have to explain your own project itself. I personally know seniors who have been placed who had to explain their project, the entire project, how it did. So the projects
okay,
in your resume plays the role of also the talking point for the interview as well.
okay, okay, yeah,
Like for if you're looking for some off-campus opportunities, I think you're sending your CV and cover letter and filling up that form is the entry ticket. So it has to be real good. So
And yes,
okay, okay, okay,
and
yeah,
yes,
that makes
off
sense.
campus
yeah,
for
right.
off campus, your resume is the face of it. So make awesome resumes. If you have any concerns of how to make resumes, go check out the session on YouTube by Training Committee of how to make resumes. It's good one. Check it out.
Okay, okay,
That
yeah,
is how to make a resume.
And also very very important, do not lie on your resume. You think you are being super
yeah,
smart,
yeah.
hiding your skills, and
Regarding
please,
resume,
please
that
do
is the
not lie
most.
here. On, yes, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, everyone says. Okay, okay, thank you.
And
And also one more important thing, like two things which I've realized. uh, you might be in a place where you have done a lot of things, but you're not really sure, like that you don't really feel confident about putting them. Like what if somebody asks question about this, what if somebody asks a more fundamental or more deeper question which needs more experience on that particular skill. If you feel that way, I
Right,
would suggest not to put that in your resume, because if you don't feel confident, you probably wouldn't be able to answer some questions from there. So but it's okay
right,
to
right.
not put more things. It's all about the quality. So that, and
Okay,
it's also a good thing, like if you have only like 2 or 3 projects in your resume, you get to talk more about that 2 projects which have really worked so much.
right, right, yeah.
Yeah, right. So yeah,
And
you
also
go
one
on.
thing for everyone, adding on to what Hari said about not lying to in the resume, it's also about mentioning only the things which matter to the company in your resume. So I can speak from
Yeah.
my experience that at Goldman Sachs, when I applied for the internship a year ago, uh, one of the things that I had in my resume was a project that I did in the physics department, a research project I did in my end of first year. So I had to convince the that I am not a pro physics guy. I'm a pro CS guy. So please hire me and stuff like that. So only include things which actually matter to the company. Don't include stuffs which is going to divert the interest of you to somewhere else. Don't do that.
Yeah, that also makes sense.
Oh, okay, 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 great. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks
awesome.
everyone. Have a fantastic time. Tata. Take
Yeah.
care.
Yeah, good night and good luck to you all. Yeah, bye bye. Thanks for coming to our
Bye bye.
session. Bye bye.